Hey everyone, this is Laura Gadenik with Laura Gadenik Astrology, and I'm here to give you the astrology for the weeks of January 23rd through February 5th, 2023. Before I get started, I just want to remind you to like, subscribe, and comment. That really helps the channel to grow, and I'd love to hear from you how this week's astrology impacts you or how it's showing up for you in your life. I'm also open for readings, so if that interests you, please reach out. My email is consultation@lauragadenik.com. Okay, so the next few weeks are really good weeks, astrologically speaking, especially this first upcoming week. There's a lot of really positive energy, good vibes, easeful aspects. We start off the week with the sun in Aquarius making a sextile to Jupiter in Aries on Tuesday, January 24th. So Jupiter is a planet about faith, optimism, beliefs, good fortune. And with this sextile to the sun, there's this sense of having more confidence on this day, more enthusiasm, more optimism, or a sense that things will work out. And sometimes things do work out because we put in the necessary effort to make them work out. So it'll just feel really good on Tuesday the 24th, and you'll probably be feeling that today on Monday the 23rd through Wednesday. And then on Thursday the 26th, Venus moves into Pisces. Now this is a really, really lovely place for Venus to be. Venus is the goddess of love, connection, beauty, romance, pleasure, joy, all things joyful and pleasurable. And in the sign of Pisces, Venus is known to be what's called exalted, meaning she has a special place in Pisces. It's almost like she's treated like a special guest. And so this brings a lot of sweetness or good fortune to the part of your chart that contains Pisces. So whatever house that is, it's going to be inundated with some good vibes. So Venus in Pisces is a time to maybe get a little bit more glamorous than you might normally. So, like updating your style or wearing things that you feel really like good and attractive in. Venus in Pisces helps us to connect more easily, to dissolve any prior conflict, and to have just like a fun, connective, relaxing, good time. And she'll be here until February 20th, which is when she'll move into Aries. But Venus in Pisces just feels like having a good time or a relaxing, connective time in kind of a Piscean way. So what is that? So music, dance, kind of creating more extraordinary experiences, meditation, even lots of opportunities and options through fantasy novels or fantasy series. So it'll be a really, really nice time with Venus in Pisces. And then on Friday the 27th, the moon will be in Taurus for the weekend, and Taurus is Venus's sign. Taurus is a sign that Venus rules, and so that'll also feel really good to have the moon in Venus's sign when Venus is in such a good position in Pisces. So it'll be just kind of like an extra cozy time through early Monday morning. Okay. Sunday the 29th feels like a really optimistic, innovative day. Mercury, which has recently just stationed direct, meaning it's moving forwards again in the sky, or appears to be, is making what's called a trine, a very positive, uplifting aspect to the planet Uranus, a planet about change, innovation, revelation, and revolution. So this might bring an innovative idea, Mercury ruling the mind and communications. You might get unexpected good news, or perhaps a solution. You come up with a solution, or a solution is posed to a problem you've been having or facing, or something that you've been contemplating, right? Since Mercury was just recently retrograde, we've been seriously and deeply contemplating something or reviewing something in the part of our charts that contains Capricorn. So whatever you've been mulling over, it could be about that topic, that good news or new ideas come. And it could be related to a conversation around that you might have had around December 17th, when Mercury first made this aspect to Uranus in direct motion. Or again, on January 8th, Mercury was retrograding at that time and made the second trine to Uranus. So there are 3 aspects to Uranus that Mercury will have had by this point. The first one was on December 17th. The second one was January 8th. And this is the third one on January 29th. And they might all be related to the same story. They don't have to be, but often they are. So look back on your calendars or your social media, your emails, and that might give you hints as to what the good news or the new ideas or the unexpected conversations are about. On the same day, the sun makes a trine to Mars. Now, Mars has also just recently stationed direct and is moving forward again, suggesting that our energy and our motivation is also moving forwards again. We suddenly have perhaps more energy to tackle things, to go after things, to do things. If you've been in a slump the last couple months, you aren't alone. So this is a very empowering moment. Mars is a planet about action, energy, doing things, taking action. And so this might be about all of those themes, taking action on something, taking initiative, even resolving something, or moving a sense of moving forwards. And this could be related to some other aspects that the sun had with Mars during, or like before its retrograde and during. So on October 18th, the sun in Libra was making a trine to Mars before it stationed retrograde. And then on December 7th, we had a full moon in Gemini conjunct Mars, and that might have been a moment of illumination around a conflict or around ways that you aren't dealing with conflict, or around things that you want to separate from or kind of individuate from. So those moments that could be related to this trine, once again, doesn't have to be, but sometimes it is. But mostly it's a good time to start something. This is a good time to take action on something, knowing that it'll likely go well. Be courageous, be brave. Mars is the god of war, represented by the soldier. And what does a soldier do but protect and defend and show courage? So it'll feel really good, I think, on that day. Very innovative. Okay, Wednesday, February, on Wednesday, the 1st of February, the moon is in Cancer. So just kind of a cozy, stay at home, work on home projects, connect with your loved ones, and, show care. These are kind of the vibes of moon in Cancer. And then Friday on February 3rd, the sun in Aquarius makes a square to Uranus and Taurus. This might be a moment of tension. So this is the following week, the second week in this series, when things like this first week is like really, there's a lot of really positive energy and it's easy and opportunistic. And then the second week, there is some more tension, as is life, right? So on the 3rd, the sun's making this square to Uranus. Uranus, once again, is a god of unexpected changes, revelations, revolutions, the need to break free from something. So there might be an unexpected twist on this day, something unexpected happening. You might feel internally like you need to break free from something, or that you need to do something different with your day, like, change things up, switch things up, or have a break. You might feel really tired. The sun is in the same sign as Saturn, the planet that represents hard work and where we are challenged. So you might just feel like, I need a break from this. And it might be a good idea to follow that instinct and to take a break. The sun also represents the self, one's conscious awareness, one's identity. And Uranus is a planet about authenticity, about showing one's true colors. So this also might be a moment where you find the need or feel the need to express something about yourself that is authentic, that perhaps you haven't shown before. And then once again, just generally do something different on this day. Introduce something new to your routine, shake up your routine. That's the good way to use the energy. And then on Saturday, February 4th, Venus in Pisces makes a square to Mars in Gemini. So these are the two planets that have to do with relationship, pursuing and attracting. Venus attracts, Mars goes after. So, in terms of relationships, love, and sex, this might be a time of like having a higher sex drive, or having more intense romantic passions for someone. This is definitely a very playful, flirty kind of energy as well. There could also be conflict of interest in love and romance and relationships, and could literally bring up some sort of conflict in relationships to be worked through, some sort of tension. Venus in Pisces kind of wants to enjoy herself by blissing out or getting into the flow state and relaxing, whereas Mars in Gemini wants to do everything, wants to split itself into 1,000 pieces and be very active. And so the conflict might actually be around those very themes of like maybe you and someone else, like a friend or a lover or a partner. Maybe one of you wants to be Venus in Pisces and wants to just kind of chill out and relax, and then the other person wants to go out and about and do a lot of things. And so there might literally just be that conflict of desire. It shouldn't be too intense of an energy with Venus square Mars. Sometimes, like, bad things happen all the time, and so I would recommend that the feminine principle be a bit more careful during this time. Mars can indicate violence, or violence and aggression. So definitely be more careful and be more mindful of where you are, who you're with, etc. But I think the energy could be experienced more on the positive side of being more playful and flirty, especially if we try to use it more consciously that way. So that is the astrology for the next couple weeks. Overall, it's really fun, easy, good, playful, innovative astrology, and I'd be curious to hear how it plays out for you. And once again, please like and subscribe. That really helps the channel to grow. And if you're curious or interested in a reading, please reach out. I'd love to show you where this astrology is impacting you personally. And I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I'll be back in 2 weeks for the next astrology update. Bye.